Science is the answer to all the questions in your mind, full of fun and learnings here you can find. Get ready for the blast, explosion of knowledge here at last. Science and technology, sing along with energy. 1, 2, 3, let's go! Chemistry, biology, physics and ecology, geology, meteorology, and astronomy. Many more branches you can explore. So come and join us in the world of science. Whoa, 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 whoa. So come and join us in the world of science. Yeah!
Have you ever wondered how our wounds heal? Or how two siblings have the same mom and dad but still looks different? Today, we will be talking about two processes that make those things possible. I want you to come and join me as we explore the significance of these two processes called mitosis and meiosis. Our most essential learning competency is to compare mitosis and meiosis and their role in the cell division cycle. Here are our learning objectives. First, differentiate between mitosis and meiosis. Second, recognize the significance of mitosis and meiosis in the cell division cycle. Have you ever seen some cuts on your skin while having no idea how you got it? You apply some antiseptic around the cuts and cover it with a bandage, and after a few hours or days, you notice it's gone. Or how about you're looking at your nails and hair, and you notice that they are a lot longer than the last time you cut them? Or let us say that as you look in the mirror, you saw that you're a lot bigger than you were an 8-year-old kid. Amazing, right? But have you ever wondered what do all of these things have in common? Yes, right! One thing they all have in common is the process called mitosis. But wait! Before we explore mitosis and meiosis, it is very important that you know the cell cycle. Well, it is necessary to understand that our cells are not dividing all the time. If all they do is to divide and divide, there will be rapid and uncontrolled growth, just like cancer cells do. What the cell is doing most of its daily life is the longest part of the cell cycle, which is called interphase. During interphase, the cell is growing, replicating its DNA, and carrying out its daily cell functions. That is where cells spend most of their time in respect to the whole cell cycle. Typically, interphase lasts for at least 90% of the total time required for the cell cycle. It is like how you perform different activities for the whole 21 to 22 hours of your day. The next and very short part of the whole cell cycle process is the M phase, or the cell division. M stands for either mitosis or meiosis. It is important for you to understand that mitosis and meiosis constitute only to a very short amount of time in respect to the whole cell cycle, but these two are very critical processes. This is where it is going to divide and make more cells. Cells are the basic unit of life, And as the smallest entity in the body that is considered to be living, cells also exhibit all the characteristics of life and as well as degeneration and death. And since our body needs to be maintained alive, our cells will make way to keep it alive by making copies of themselves through cell division before they degenerate. But what's the difference between these two cell division processes? Let's take a look at their first point of difference, which is the purpose of these processes. The purpose of mitosis is for growth during development or for repair of damaged tissues or regeneration, just like how your wounds heal, an amazing gift our life can offer. On the other hand, the purpose of meiosis is to create gametes or sex cells, which are the sperm and the egg. Meiosis ensures that these gametes contain only one copy of the organism's genetic information in preparation for sexual reproduction. The second point of difference is the outcome of the process. After mitotic division, two diploid cells with identical genetic information are produced, while after meiotic divisions, four haploid cells with different genetic information are produced. Their third point of difference is the type of cell in which this process occurs. Mitosis occurs in body cells such as skin cells and muscle cells, while meiosis is exclusive to sex cells or gametes. These are just some of the differences of mitosis and meiosis. But there's more. One of the most important difference of these two processes is in terms of their features during the different phases they undergo. Hold on, there's more for you to learn. The next point of difference is in terms of the phases they undergo. Meiosis and mitosis both have a prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and also cytokinesis. You can easily remember these phases using the acronym PMAT. Again, P, M, A, and T. P for prophase, M for metaphase, A for anaphase, and T for telophase. Great! Now, let's compare these four phases in meiosis and mitosis. In meiosis, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase occur twice. The first round of division is special, which contains prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, and telophase 1. And the second round is more like mitosis, which contains prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, and telophase 2. In mitosis, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase occur once. Let us first compare prophase in both meiosis and mitosis. In prophase, chromosomes condense and the centrosomes begin to form an early spindle. Meiotic prophase is much longer than mitotic prophase. During prophase 1, homologous chromosomes make contacts with each other called chiasmata, and crossing over occurs. Crossing over is a very crucial process because it is where chromosomes exchange sections of DNA. This is the very reason for generating genetic diversity and is also crucial mechanically to hold homologous chromosomes together. Mitotic prophase is much shorter than meiotic prophase 1. you have to take note that there is no crossing over in mitosis. So, because of this, the cells maintain to look very identical to their copies. Now, let us take a look at the next phase, which is, yes, M for metaphase. In metaphase 2 of meiosis and metaphase of mitosis, chromosomes line up along the metaphase plate due to the action of microtubule spindle fibers emanating from the centrosomes located at opposite cell poles. These fibers are attached to the chromosomes by kinetochores at the centromeres of the chromosomes. In meiotic metaphase 1, pairs of homologous chromosomes line up along the metaphase plate. The way in which the homologous pairs are oriented randomly with respect to the cell poles is referred to as the law of independent assortment, and ensures a random and independent distribution of chromosomes to the daughter cells of meiosis 1 and ultimately to the haploid gametes at the end of the meiosis 2. In mitotic metaphase, a single chromosome or pair of chromatids line up along the metaphase plate. Sister chromatids are identical, and so the orientation of the chromosome doesn't carry any meaning. Can you remember which phase comes next? Yes, you're right. It's A for anaphase. In anaphase, chromosomes are split to opposite poles of the cell. In anaphase of meiosis 1, cohesin at the centromeres of the chromosomes is not cleaved, and it therefore continues to hold sister chromatids together as the homologous chromosomes are segregated to opposite cell poles. In anaphase of mitosis and meiosis 2, cohesin protein holding the centromeres of the sister chromatids together is cleaved, allowing the sister chromatids to segregate to opposite poles of the cell, at which point they are called chromosomes. Isn't it amazing? Now, can you tell me which phase comes next? Great! It's T for telophase. In both meiosis and mitosis, a nuclear membrane reforms in the process called karyokinesis around the newly separated chromosomes, which begin to uncoil, becoming less condensed. The spindle microtubules disassociate. Each daughter cell will inherit one centrosome. In meiosis, cytokinesis must occur twice, once after telophase 1 and again after telophase 2. In mitosis, cytokinesis does not always occur. Some cells divide and are multinucleate, like muscle cells. After cytokinesis in meiosis, there are 4 daughter cells produced that are completely different from each other, and each containing half the number of chromosomes. In mitosis, there are 2 daughter cells produced containing diploid number of chromosomes and are completely identical to the parent cell. Amazing, right? It is so wonderful how we are created with a cell, which is a very small part of the body that is almost invisible to the unaided eye, will have to go through such complex processes just to maintain our body working and living. Now, it's trivia time! Did you know that error in these processes can cause certain disease? Uncontrolled mitosis occurs in cancer, where either genes that stop cell division, called tumor suppressors, are switched off, or genes that encourage cell division, or oncogenes, are overactive. Errors in meiosis can lead to the wrong number of chromosomes ending up in the germ cells, that is called aneuploidy. This can trigger miscarriage, but is occasionally tolerated. One example is Down syndrome, caused by trisomy 21. Another example is Klinefelter syndrome, where XY males have an additional X chromosome. Now, I want you to understand that these disabilities are brought about by errors in the meiotic process, and so persons with these conditions deserve our respect and acceptance because they are human too. Now, you already know how significant these processes are in both reproduction and cell repair and regeneration.
Oh, I want you to get your pen and paper and let's see how much have you learned in today's lesson. It's quiz time! Our first question. In which phase of the meiotic cycle do crossing over occurs? A. Prophase 1, B. Metaphase 1, C. Anaphase 1, D. Telophase 1. Timer starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is A. Prophase 1. Next question. Number 2. Why are the daughter cells still identical to the parent cells after the mitotic process? A. Crossing over does not occur in mitosis. B. No pairing of homologous chromosomes in mitosis. C. No formation of chiasma in mitosis. D. All of the above. Timer starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is all of the above. Next question. Number 3. Which genetic disorder is caused by the inability of homologous chromosomes to separate during prophase 1 of meiosis? A. Anemia. B. Blue baby syndrome. C. Down syndrome. D. Psoriasis. Timer starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is letter C. Down syndrome. Next. Number 4. Which is not a significance of the meiotic process? A. Growth and regeneration. B. Formation of gametes. C. Genetic variation. D. Maintaining chromosome number. Timer starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is letter A. Growth and regeneration. Last number, we have number 5. In what phase of both mitosis and meiosis do chromosomes line up along the equatorial plate? A. Prophase. B. Metaphase. C. Anaphase. D. Telophase. Timer starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is B. Metaphase. You did a great job. Let us summarize today's topic. Mitosis occurs in body cells, while meiosis occurs in sex cells. Mitosis produces 2 identical daughter cells with same number of chromosomes as the parent cell, while meiosis produces 4 non-identical daughter cells with half number of the chromosomes of the parent cell. Mitosis is important for growth, repair, and regeneration, while meiosis is important in reproduction, variation, and maintaining the number of chromosomes in offspring.
There's a lot of things that mitosis and meiosis can teach us in our daily lives in this time of pandemic. Just like Prophase 1, we as human beings can share what we have to our neighbors and our family by strengthening synapses or connections by giving what we can offer to them. Just like metaphase, we can follow the rules being imposed by the persons in authorities, just like falling in a single line, exhibiting the art of self-discipline. Just like anaphase, let's start to distance from each other even if it hurts, because it is the best way we can control the mode of transmission. And lastly, like telophase and cytokinesis, we will stand as one independent and strong individual applying all the learnings from the experiences we've been through because of this pandemic. I hope I was able to share you the most important lessons you need to know about mitosis and meiosis. See you in our next episode. Mabuhay!
Science is the answer to all the questions in your mind, full of fun and learnings here you can find. Get ready for the blast, explosion of knowledge here at last. Science and technology, sing along with energy. 1, 2, 3, let's go! Chemistry, biology, physics and ecology, geology, meteorology, and astronomy. Many more branches you can explore. So come and join us in the world of science. Whoa.